Hello, my name is Ricardo. I'm going to be telling you what I did on March the 8th. And yeah, so let's begin. So normally we don't really show up on Wednesdays because Wednesday is more or less our free days. So they always said to us that yeah, you can either, relax or come to college if you have something to do or something like that. Just homework club. Well, the year fours, the older group, they assigned me and a couple of my friends from my class, excuse me, as well to be runners in their little play. So that was actually a fun experience because it actually taught me what it was like to be in like a runner and like how they just like how the older group like prepare themselves for a play like this because like, it's their final thing. So how it started off first is that a friend of mine sent me the stage cues and all that. So like at this point you have to move set on, and then when this point ends, then you have to take this set off, but leave that there. Just stuff like that, really. And yeah, it was a little bit hard to like. It was confusing to look at first, but I think it's because that they all just it didn't make sense to me. But once I read it through carefully, and now I realized that okay, this part, I have to move at that part. Once I hear this cue, or once I know it's that scene and that scene's ended, then I can just take it off. Like once you actually watch it, then that's when you know that okay, that's when I have to move set off. So at the end of the day, I got it. So it was pretty cool, and I liked it. One thing which I did as well was that I kind of like directed everyone else. So I was mainly like on my side, I was mainly like the leader from the runners, because at some points they'll come up to me and be like, is it, do I move off this sofa at that part? It's like, no, we're not on that part yet, because I had it all over my phone. But yeah, I'm glad to like help everyone out. But yeah, something which I realized about the year fours is that one, they really know how to get their stuff together, especially when it comes to like preparing themselves. Like, for example, they eat lots of sugary stuff like jelly. It's not the Skittles, but it's like I think it's like them dry Skittles. I'm pretty sure it's a dry Skittle. One of them offered me, and yeah, I get why they do it. Like it gives them energy, so like they don't just go on stage like, oh, okay, let's just get over with. Like that sort of stuff is pretty useful. And I might take that in consideration if I'm doing my FMP, to eat something like something that has just a not healthy, because sugar ain't healthy, but like just the right, have the right amount of energy for my performance. And yeah, I understand that. What else do they do? When it come to like when they came to their performance, the first night they did it, there was a little mistake, but what I noticed that they just carried on, like they didn't let that mistake distract them, or just yeah, it didn't let them distract them. They just carried on doing what they were supposed to do. For example, one of the nights, the what's it called, the projector is supposed to play something, but it didn't play. But they were able to actually just ignore it and just carry on performing, which I found very talented. Like how they are very talented students. I look up to them. Like when I first came here, I looked up to them. I was like, wow, these guys are amazing. They know how to get their stuff together. They know, literally, they know what they want. Exactly, they want to be actors, and that right there is S tier acting right there. They just ignored it and carried on. Like that takes a lot. I don't think our class can probably do that. But I liked it. Even though it did happen, but I was like, no, who cares? I'm still watching how they perform. It's amazing. And their storyline, well, the whole story is amazing. Like, it's about this. In fact, I'll probably send you the link of like the documentary of like what the whole thing is about. But I kind of like it. It's about mainly this guy and this girl. Um, this apparently the guy. Well, this is what she said. There's two sides basically in the story. You got this guy and this girl. The guy goes by what's his name? It's not Ethan. That's the guy who's playing. That's the guy who's playing him. I know one of them's called Savannah. There's another one. I can't remember his name fully, but basically he's a footballer, and they go to a big party. The guy he takes the girl upstairs, and they end up doing you know what, and people are saying that he sexually assaulted her because she didn't consent. And I was completely on her side, of course. But then later on in the documentary, she sent him a text saying that you didn't sexual assault me, and I'm sorry for that. Blah blah blah. Which makes me think, did he actually do it, or well, I know they did it, but did she actually consent, or is she lying about it? Like, you just, the whole story, you just don't know. And what makes it worse is that they're both civil about it. Like, they try to handle it in like a calm, matter way, but their friends are really not helping. In fact, they make the situation worse. For example, there's one scene where the boy's just chilling with his friends, just, trying to get as clear his head and all that sort of stuff, and his friends just make the situation worse by yelling at each other, blaming each other, saying that you're not on his side, he's supposed to be your best mate, stuff like that. It's just like, you really shouldn't be, taking control of your friends' actions. Like, let them do it for themselves. Let them think, because like this whole thing could have been dealt with like in the beginning, but the friends made it worse. So yeah, it is very interesting. It did play with my mind to think, whose side should I be on, but it's a very good story. And yeah, so that's part one of the whole performance. So that's one day, and then I'll get back to the next day, and yeah, see you later.